All right. Welcome to the Odd Pod.
Number 86.
86. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This one is going to be about self-worth. Not as in how much you think you would go for on the slave market.
Like I joked about earlier.
Yes.
For context.
No. More
Or
about,
if you got drafted in the NFL.
we ain't going to go there right now.
Or if you got a million likes and shit. Like, wait, I'm already going too far.
Yeah. So, well, the self-worth that we're talking about is how you value yourself, basically, as far as respect, basically, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause a lot of people don't think of it like that. You know what I mean? So everybody wants to be accepted, right? Everybody wants to be looking in the mirror and say, yeah, I think I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? But hardly any of us do, right? We're always looking in the mirror and we talk about how this.
We're looking at our faults.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, you're already sinking it. You're already going the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing all this work, and then at the end, when it's time to grade it, you're basically kind of beating yourself up. You know what I'm saying? And that's not cool, bro.
Right.
Imagine if you had a boss that was like that, where every time that you took something to them, they just told you, man, this is shit. What the fuck are you doing, man? You're a loser. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What is this? This is embarrassing. I'm not even gonna grade this. You better go back and exactly. You're beating yourself up. Therefore, you're already hurting yourself because internally you're like, man, there's no point even trying. I'm just gonna end up feeling like shit anyway.
Right.
You know. And like a lot of people's self-worth is actually kind of people need to. Not need, right? No one needs to do anything, right? But I think people should as far as self-worth, the foundation to base it on should first of all be respect for yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? And
that comes deep because a lot of people connect self-worth with what their bank account's worth.
Yeah.
But you're more than just your money.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they focus on that, on their money or their muscles or their car or their shoes. But you gotta, if you rely on that materialistic shit, that shit doesn't last forever. You gotta be able to rely on without it and love yourself without that shit. Because that shit can come and go, and yeah, you might get all that, but you might not. And the only way, that's survival skills, man. You gotta just love yourself.
Yeah, like there's an old saying, in your quest to gain the world, don't lose your soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like at one point, yeah, man, you're gonna have to evaluate, where you want to go as a person. What route am I gonna go? Am I gonna be about just am I gonna be someone? Am I gonna be a giver or a taker? And which one am I gonna do more of? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be more of a giver, more of a taker? You know what I mean?
Or balance.
Yeah, then there is a good balance there. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to never take, because then you kind of seem offish.
Exactly. Man, I think we smoked a lot. See, I don't know if that last ball was a good idea.
But all right, so the self-worth, also people self-worth themselves on likes and shit.
Yeah.
On social media.
Sure.
And you can't, that shit's fake as fuck.
And it's
unhealthy.
It's been scientifically researched. You can look this up. That Instagram and Facebook are horrible for your self-esteem.
I was thinking they're addictive, but if you added that to it,
yeah. Self-esteem is basically another negative percent self-worth, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, if you're always looking out there and always looking at what you're always pointing out what you don't have, or what someone's doing that you're not doing, or blah blah blah.
Right, and you're waiting like say you put your art out there, right, and you only get 2 likes, and somebody else is out there getting 1 million likes, but that doesn't mean that it's not worth anything.
Yeah, because here's the thing.
It's still amazing, but you can't rely on other people.
Because here's the thing, it's and that's another way of showing it too. Like if you get 2 likes and you all of a sudden want to give it all up because quote unquote no one cares, then you know what? Maybe it isn't really your passion. You're not
in for the right thing.
Yeah, bro. Because it's like your self-worth should be something that you love doing, you're happy doing it, and you don't expect to get anything out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just you being happy. You know what I'm saying? Like us getting together, us chit-chat, you know what I'm saying? Me doing my research thing, you know what I'm saying? And Romo doing his history thing, Romo doing his sports thing, you know what I'm saying? like us doing our chess thing, you know, like in the process of doing that, we're happy, and we're not trying to learn how to play chess or look up or research the stuff we research because we expect someone to pay us for it one day, or someone to say, oh, you guys are awesome researchers. We're doing it for the love of it, bro. We're like, you know,
it's a creative outlet.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to my brother-in-law the other day. People need hobbies because he's been making beats, right? People need hobbies, like whether you, even if you, just to get away from the day-to-day shit. And so that's why, like, the Friday pod helps me, chess helps me. The Friday pod, I do a little research, like I got my Badass Women in History excerpt, and then I just do random shit, but it's that creative outlet. And I think, you know how we're made in the image of God, right? Well, God's a creator. So I think it's in us to create something somehow. Everybody has their own thing to create, whether it's sewing or some shit. But
and you choose what you're going to use that creative force to create. Remember, I told you, you can choose to create a world where it's just filled with nothing but lust and filled with nothing but vices. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you know what I'm saying? Where you go and you build yourself up to be something that you think, you know, that's what's up. Like, you know, like we talked about last time. It seems that the most common sort of sins nowadays are lusting. Obviously, you know, we're way over sex as a population as a world. You know, and
you know, I just found out that some executives from Disney own Pornhub.
Oh, see, that's crazy.
And it's like now they got the factory.
It's rigged.
It's a fucking factory. Like, you ever watch Black Mirror?
Yeah.
There's an episode where they have like these people who are like in cubes, and they're like working for the energy or something. They have to buy like apples from machines, but like the only way you can get famous, you become a singer, but then you also have to become a porn star. And so this dude helps this girl out, and she becomes it, but then they drug her, and then she like forgets about him and shit. And he has to keep going back to work and just working and working, and it's like this fucking monster business out here.
Yeah.
They starts them off as a Mickey Mouse Club, and then just do, and then now like if they don't perform well, then they'll just flip them and put them on Pornhub or some shit.
That's basically what pimps do. You know what I'm saying?
Pimping.
Yeah, it's
Mickey Mouse is a pimp.
Trafficker.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And they don't, and then so because of that, that fucks with people's self-worth because they think that these factory-made people are real.
Yeah,
bro. And when you look at them, these people are so perfect, like, you know, they're like breeding people and shit.
Bro, yeah, you know.
And then they're just like using their kids and shit, like the hottest, the way they used to do the slaves and shit to get the strongest.
That's what the Nazis were doing too. You know, they were trying to create a perfect race. They're probably doing some genetic, research, genetic, manipulation and shit.
Sure, so they got us thinking that this is what we're, but that's not even natural. You know, so the people on TV and shit, like, it's not even real, and that fucks with our self-worth. We're worth, like,
because
when you think about, you gotta think about who. My bad, bro.
No, you have to look at anything you look at on a TV or on your phone, like anything entertainment. Those are robots. Those are literally robots for like that. That's like these are not real people. You know what I'm saying? And of course they put them up there and make you want that, make you as a young person want to be that, right? And then make you as an older person, man or woman, want to have that, right? Like, I want to fuck someone like that, you know what I'm saying? And then so then you have the chase for this.
You got this undesirable, unfulfillable lust that you'll never find that Hollywood.
Because I want a guy that looks like Brad Pitt, you know what I'm saying? I want a bitch that looks like Angelina Jolie. Like, bro, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
That's not you. You're not Brad Pitt, so you can't get Angelina, and you're not Angelina.
Yeah, it's like dudes that tell.
Those are factory made too. Those relationships.
It's like dudes that tell their wives, you know, if you look like the girls in porn, I wouldn't have to look at it. Well, the wives just say you don't look like the guys in the porno. You know what I'm saying? Not only you don't have a six pack, your dick ain't that big, fam.
Right. Yeah, bro, and I think also self-worth, you gotta realize, because there's a lot of like depression, right? Because they don't feel that self-worth, and there's a lot of suicide. But to people, you're priceless. You gotta look at, even if it's just one person in your life, and even if you're not that close with them, like, there's people that we don't realize that we make a difference in people's lives and shit. And our worth is out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to describe it.
I feel what you're saying. You know, it's that whole saying. You might not mean much to the world, but you mean the world to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I say that on another podcast, or did I say that me and you 1-on-1?
Sounds like on a commercial too.
All right.
Sounds like a Logic line in the song he did about suicide.
Yeah, but you know, so many people just, that's the thing. Self-worth also has to do with your self-worth, like knowing that you're an individual. You know, like stop looking at even the circle of friends you hang out with. Even though you like your friends, you know, you wish you could be like them. Like, don't look at it like that. Like, oh, I want to be that. Now, you know,
you're special because you're different.
You're your own. You're your own thing. You know what I'm saying? You got your own personality. You got your own little habits that are gonna make you cool. Someone's gonna look at you and say, "Damn, I wish I was like that." You know what I'm saying? But you have to allow yourself to come into your own. Yeah. Don't fake the funk trying to be somebody else. You know what I mean? Don't. You know, and hey, man, you know, don't be afraid to ask for help. You know, along the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the good thing about having hopefully a circle of friends, or at least that one friend who you can be real with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Somebody, you gotta find somebody. I mean, that's always the tale, right? Like, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. You find a friend, you find somebody.
Like yourself, for us, a lot of times we'll put up with shitty people just because, you know, we think that, like, if we're not hanging out with this person, then no one's hanging out with us. You know what I'm saying? Or we think we're losers with that. Like, if I don't hang out with these people who, like, kind of aren't even that nice to me anyway, I'm not gonna have any friends. Well, wouldn't you rather be alone and not get treated badly than hang around a group of people who are gonna, like, you know, dog you out or whatever?
Right.
You know, like, yeah, bro, I've been there. I used to be that guy that in the crew was always the butt of the jokes. You know what I'm saying? And I stopped hanging out with a bunch of crews because of that shit, bro. Because it was like, bro, that's not cool. Those aren't real friends. You know what I'm saying? And too many of us grow up and we never really get to that conclusion. Like, yo, man, those guys that talk shit to you all the time and punk you out or put you down when you fuck up, those ain't your homies, bro. That's not a real friend. But we're just so filled with it that we never realize that, hey, man, like, there's good people out there. You know, we just need to look for them.
So were those guys like Jersey Shore guys? Or
nah, they were more like the cool, like
not gangsters though, right? Like,
nah, you know what? It's like they were the pretty boy crews that knew the gangsters, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like they were more lovers than fighters, but even the fighters were like, you know, they gave them props, you know. And yeah, you know, I saw how, you know, like at first I was like, man, they pull girls all the time and this and that, but then you see that they play them all. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they're players. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and I saw how it ended. You know, a lot of them ended up getting caught up. You know what I'm saying? And it's not worth it in the end. You know, and I was like, you know what?
What was that saying? Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Yeah,
bro, they'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
If you fuck over a female, there's a lot of emotion and energy. No offense.
For sure. Oh yeah, she probably. Oh yeah, he's watching the drama.
But yeah, man. Yeah, you can't rely on other people.
It's like this. It's like, but when you die, when you see that's another way. I talked about that. We talked about death. We talked about that on Death Podcast, right? That's not the way you should look at death. When you move on, you know,
transcend.
Yeah, that great transition. You know what I'm saying? When you hit that great transition. And you come to that theater where you relive your life at the end of it, you know, there's not someone who's gonna give you a score or a rating whether you're gonna go to quote unquote heaven or not. The decision lies on you. You decide whether you were worthy of ascension, of moving on to the next dimension, next level, whatever, heaven, call it what you like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No one's gonna give you no stars. No one's gonna sit there with the progress report. You know what I'm saying? Like
Siskel and Ebert.
Yeah, bro.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. It's not like that. You gotta be the one that decides. You're Siskel and Ebert. You know what I'm saying? You have to decide if your life was worthy of it or not. And yeah, if you're a person who just is gonna put yourself down, then I guess you'll be coming right back. You know what I mean? Reincarnation.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta find yourself worth to be able to find peace with yourself, and that way, you know, if God forbid your time comes, then you'll be good.
And that too, bro. Like peace of mind is a big thing. A lot of people don't. So few people have peace of mind that they don't know what it's like. Right?
When you realize you're worth $1 million, when you realize you're worth 100 million or $1 billion, right? and you just
stop worrying about other people's opinions.
Yeah, it just hasn't been discovered, or you're a diamond. It just hasn't shown yet, and it shines to people. But I think we have our roles to play, and I think we're a lot more important than we think we are, because the way importance is shown, like we say, like on the media and shit, it's shown like a whole nother, this fake facade of life. It's not real life.
Yeah. Like the media, movies, music has made you think that love is like all about sex. That love has to involve.
That's why we get cars to have sex. That's why we go to clubs to have sex.
You see this one thing, it's
we
like
buy bottles
it's
to
like
have sex.
It's like the gateway to the rest of the bad shit. You know what I'm saying? And then imagine on the other bad, you got the vices. You know, you got the like.
And then you're transferring energies and shit.
You know, we talked about like, I don't know, we do on the drinking one. Did we do one like that? Where we talked about how
I'm sure the vices. I'm sure because they had the sex and then because you want confidence, you're getting fucked up. Right, so lust, they had me doing coke.
So imagine your president wakes up and watches porn a lot, busts a lesson, watching porn all day, sticking to social media, getting there, getting all emotional riled up, and then you're sitting, and then later on in the day you're gonna get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? What do you
That's
expect?
how so many people feel sick.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, the phone's not good for you.
They put themselves at a frequency horribly, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's been proven that the blue light and all that shit is bad for you.
And then I can imagine that, like, well, after if you sit there on social media all day while you're getting fucked up, all you're thinking about is like, oh, that girl I saw, or this and that, or I wish. You're not sitting there happy, getting fucked up. You're sitting there miserable all because of social media, and all you're thinking about is going home and jacking off again. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that terrible?
The most successful people, I mean, all those successful people don't even run their social media. They got other people running that shit.
They don't waste their time.
They don't waste their time because you can't be successful if you're always online.
That's a waste of time, bro.
It will drain you.
So let me ask you, how much time do you think a person has to themselves who partakes in those activities on the regular? Exactly, you know what I'm saying? We already live in a world where our time is taken up by all the stuff around us, and we make it even worse voluntarily. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, let me go and like, do all these things that I talked about and just make the stress worse. I already got to deal with working, having to pay bills, possibly being a mother or father. You know what I'm saying? Having to take care of other family. The day-to-day grind, trying to not go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like day-to-day grind, trying to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like you already have a lot to go through. Why do you add more on top of it with these things that you tell yourself that they're things you do to relax? Like, no, they're not, fam.
Right. And then because then they're looking for acceptance somewhere else. Like you get dolled up or something. Like you get dolled up and go to a club.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Like, or a bar or something. As a guy, we go to bars and strip clubs and shit. But yeah, man, that shit's crazy.
And you gotta think about this, like you go to the titty bar or you this and that, like how do you think those women feel about themselves? You know what I'm saying? Like you going up there already feeling like, damn, I'm going up there and doing this, and you're looking at these women like, yeah, and then how do you think, you know what I'm saying? Like I've known a few strippers who were pretty cool, down to earth, and they were like, yeah, I'm doing this for the just to get by. I'm doing this to
But most of the time,
it's not
that
like
shit comes from trauma.
Yeah, it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's very few the ones who are like, I'm doing this to get through college, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And those are the ones that you don't see anyway. Those are the ones that show up and get their money and go home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're not the ones that stick around, trying to get fucked up still. Like, yeah, bro, like, what up? That's kind of sad, It's sad, bro. I know probably the dude at the titty bar, when you're there, like, they're like, oh, this bitch with these girls want to drink now. Yeah, bro, they just hate their lives. You know what I'm saying? They're not sitting there drinking.
That should make you realize, oh, this ain't the type of girl I need to be.
They're not.
Unless that's really what you want, but it's dangerous.
They're not sitting there drinking all woo woo. They're sitting there just looking like they hate themselves. Like I've made all kinds of wrong decisions in my life that's led me up to this point, and I hate this shit.
And it's hard, I think, to come back and get your self-worth again. But even if you've gone to rock bottom, I think you can find your self-worth again because you're still like fucking being. And I think just because I work, I see like kids that are blind and shit, or this one kid has one finger. So like,
Yeah, just
looking out
appreciate the
world and
simple
shit. But
things.
it's a simple thing, having all
Yeah.
your digits.
Yeah.
And having
you know?
like your vision and shit. Like just because of that, like if you you gotta find that one little thing. Like if you when
Like-
you're in school you like to draw, just get
Yeah.
back to that shit.
Like
do
check
that
this
shit.
out. Like earlier, I was talking to someone and we were talking about this movie where it's like, you know, it's Lord of the Rings. You know what I'm saying? You know that it's heroes, villains, all this. You know what I'm saying? And you know they were
Mystics, orcs.
yeah, all this and stuff. You know, and they were talking about how they feel like this weak ass character in the movie. You know, they're like, yeah, I feel like I'm this weak ass character. Like I feel like I relate to that, this and that. And I'm like, why don't you try relating to the strong character? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you see yourself like that? You don't. Well, if you see yourself as the weak character, then that's what you're gonna put out. You need to
Right.
see yourself as worthy of being like
It's the main character.
Yeah, you
you're
know,
the main character.
yeah.
Everybody has a movie, a story that they're
Yeah,
living in,
yeah.
and you're the main fucking character.
You know, just because you're not Aragorn or Legolas or whatever doesn't mean that your journey is not important. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, discount themselves because they think that they don't matter because my journey isn't quote unquote like someone else's. Quit doing that, bro. That's the
Right.
thing. Everyone's journey is tailor made for them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good time.
How long is that? Hey, we actually got some wind. 21. I feel like we was talking for 45 minutes, man. Damn. Can you hear me? Oh shit, we're recording.
So, did you always have? How'd you get your self-worth back?
Well, it's when I still struggle with obviously self-esteem sometimes. I think we all do. You know what I'm saying? But
It's human.
But yeah, it's when you stop looking for satisfaction outside of you. You know what I'm saying? When you stop trying to be told, oh yeah, you like when you want people to tell you you're awesome for you to feel awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
and also
It feels great, but you shouldn't like want or need that shit. Right?
yeah, you shouldn't do it. No, there should be no validation necessary. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot because if you're constantly looking for attention, then you won't do a damn thing unless
Somebody's watching.
Yes, so and that's not good. You know
It's
what I'm
lame
saying?
as fuck.
And
That's
I
not
realize,
real.
and I realize that I'm like, bro, I need to work on that. Because that's an ego thing, and I need to teach my ego some humility. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to go tell my ego that like, yo, like I've told you and Romo before, when a hero isn't about getting attention. A hero is just about doing what's right because it's right, and you're gonna do it, and then you're gonna leave. You're not gonna stand around looking for adoration, that crowd to gather or someone to say, look, he did it. He's the one who did that awesome thing. You're just gonna do it because it needed to get done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was the right thing to do.
You were
did
there
it.
at the right time.
Yeah.
You could do it, so you did it.
Exactly. And that.
Because I get nervous because if I gloat and shit, then I'm like, oh, they got expectations now, and I gotta be superhero all the time.
Yeah.
When it's like,
Just be humble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because we don't. Hey man, like even the heroes don't feel like heroes every fucking day. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like self-worth when you
It's like a balance, because humble, but don't go too down on
exactly
yourself. But don't
be
too
confident
high.
in yourself. Remember, be
Yeah.
confident in yourself that I can do my best, not that I'm gonna be the best. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference. Like I'm confident in my abilities that I'm gonna do my best. I'm not sitting there trying to be better than anybody else or comparing myself to anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies where like the main character isn't a Brad Pitt. Like there's a Nacho Libre.
Fuck,
Jack
Scott
Black.
Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. So like literally, you can look at yourself like that's what I be feeling like sometimes. Like it's a fucking movie. Like,
Harry Potter.
yeah, Harry Potter. Yeah. See, so
What about you?
the book is gonna come out before the movie, right?
I think around the same time. That's what happened. I mean, because the script is the movie.
Is that what happened with the last two?
Yeah.
The Fantastic Beasts?
So,
Secrets of Dumbledore?
But what about you? You asked me how what ways I found to get self-worth. What about you?
So whenever I had lost all my self-worth, a lot of it was when I was with during it was a period of time where I was like broken up, just all depressed and shit and isolating. I I got self worth. Damn, I'm losing my voice while we're talking, while we're doing this. At work, because I was always proud of my work. But then when I got fired from PLS, and it didn't take long for me to get hired, I was like, okay, I'm worth more than just a job. Like I work good and hard so that I shouldn't have to worry too much. So I got self worth like that, right? And then as my son started getting bigger, I started getting self worth from seeing his, making sure he had self worth, like telling him like you're fucking special. I mean, we're all fucking special, but you're special and shit. Because I mean, that's all about manifesting too.
Yes.
Telling them like, oh yeah, you fucking smart.
Yeah, because if parents don't motivate their kids, no one's gonna, and they'll never know what it's like to be built up. So they'll never build up any confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How you build confidence if no one? Yeah. I mean, yes, like we said, it's not good to expect to get praised, like, but when you get some praise, it feels good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize how important it is for their kids to be praised, and not like overpraised, but praised like.
Yeah, bro. Like, hey, great job. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Like that drawing is nice.
I mean, just the fact that your kid can, like we were saying, has all their digits and can see and shit. Like, oh, that's fucking dope. Like, if you see, and it's hard to do but I think a lot of parents are like wrapped up in their fucking phones and trying to live this lifestyle and shit. And they're not trying to be parents.
I know plenty of young parents like that. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, and it's sad. And, that's what it is. Though. You can't reach all of them.
Yeah, real talk, what's up?
Yeah, sounds like I'm gonna cry and shit.
Damn. All right, that's episode 86. Yeah.